Okay, chapter 19 is on interference and diffraction. So interference, there's two types of light that we're going to talk about, incoherent light and coherent light. Incoherent light is light with unsynchronized wavefronts. The book talks about the analogy being rain on a pool and how the wavefronts are kind of choppy. And then with light, though, this appears to be like when light reflects off of a surface, and we view it as white light, it's that the wavefronts are too close together, being that this light has a higher frequency, and we see it as smooth white light. Coherent light then is light with synchronized wavefronts. An example of that would be the double slit experiment. Here's what it looks like. This is red light for the middle one, blue light, just the frequencies of blue light for the first one, and the last one is white light. But you can see how, with the double slit experiment, light comes in through these two slits right here and then interferes, so that you have these areas where they cancel each other out and areas where they double up. So like a bird's eye view look at this would probably be the best, where, and I know we kind of talked about this in class already, but there's places where the wavefronts double up, which would be bright, and there's places where the wavefronts cancel out, which would be dark. And that happens because that is coherent light with synchronized wavefronts. Now this interference can happen in different scenarios too, like with thin film. You might have seen this with gasoline on water or with a bubble. But you have light that comes in, and some of the light reflects off the top surface of this thin film, and some of the light reflects off the bottom surface of the thin film. And what then you get is two rays of light that are interfering with one another. Depending on the thickness, in different spots, it can interfere differently, and that constructive interference can cause those different colors. So these pictures are pretty helpful. Here's another example of a butterfly, and once again the light can reflect off some of these microscopic surfaces at different spots, and then interfere with, the light can interfere with one another, and that causes that same shimmer of different colors that we see. And that's pretty much it for this chapter. We're not going to cover much from this chapter. I guess the last thing I can show you, not something you really need to know, is how a spectroscope can be used to measure the wavelength of light. So light comes in, hits this diffraction grating right here, and diffracts, and we can then measure the wavelength of light. So we'll do some homework, and hopefully this unit, we'll wrap this unit up, and hopefully it'll make sense.